Nice job.
But your day was crazy, huh?
I had a crazy 2 weeks.
Is that too loud or is that okay, Coach?
It's all right.
Good. And they are delivering tonight at Snappy Tomato Pizza, where we're bringing you STAug Talk. Coach Jason Simpson here with us. Coach, we just got to catch up. It's been a while. You had a busy summer, and actually, I don't want to even kick off the program talking about football. We talk about baseball because you've had an interesting summer filled with a lot of baseball.
Oh man, that seems so long ago, but yeah, that was great. Took a group of local kids here, the Martin Hawks, and
Good name.
Yeah, how about that? Everything's got to be connected. But I went down to my 10-year-old son Ty and his buddies, Kevin, Ben McMillan, Gordy's son Jace, and a lot of guys, and went down to Gulf Shores actually. Won a little tournament. We say World Series, and that's technically what it was, but it was great. It was good to represent our town, and it was a good experience.
Fantastic. Now, you played baseball in college
Yes.
and grew up playing baseball in high school. What are the differences between coaching baseball and coaching football?
Baseball is such a repetition sport, and you hit it hard, and you hit it right at somebody. Your swing looks good one day, and the next day, you can't square a ball and stuff. So you can't be quite as intense and on edge because although every pitch counts, the next guy behind you might can hit a home run. During football, you miss a block and you get the second long. It's hard to overcome those kind of mistakes.
Could you imagine being a manager in Major League Baseball? Because you've coached 11 games.
Mm-hmm.
You're a manager in Major League Baseball. You coach 162. If you make it to the playoffs in the World Series, close to 180.
Right.
I mean, imagine.
The neat thing about it is, though, if you lose, you got one the next day. Where we've got to wait about 6 more days to get it back.
Everything is so magnified in football.
Oh, it is, and I kid around, and everybody here at UT Martin's got a hard schedule and difficult schedule, and challenging, and but we've only got 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have 30, we don't have 40, we don't have 50, 60. So
And unlike in the NFL, you don't have 3 or 4 preseason games.
you have to get it going.
You have your scrimmages, but that's all different.
It is, and so everything you work all year for those 12 opportunities, and you can have a great program in place, but you're only judged on how you do on those Saturdays.
Before we talk about this season, you made some news with players going in the NFL draft, particularly Montori. Have you had a chance to touch base with him at all?
Well, we've texted a couple times back and forth, and he started his new career in life. I'm real proud of him. I think he's had a little injury. Hope he's back here soon. But going to the 5th round of the Colts, and they were very gracious and sent us a nice autographed ball for several coaches in the building, from their head coach and the coach logo and all. So that's kind of neat. It helps our reputation. It helps our credibility for whether it be high school kids or transfers who come here and say, can I make it to the next level? And we've had several guys over the years. Quentin Sims is a free agent who's still with the Patriots. Today was cut day, so I don't know what happened. They can tell me, but I think he gets down to 75 today. But he actually caught a pass last week. Kind of neat. Been working with Tebow and some of the second, third team units. And then, of course, I'm very proud of Derek Carr, who got in camp with the Giants. And it's an awesome experience, and heard he did well. With some numbers game, he keeps some of the quarterback. So he's back with us now as a graduate assistant. Glad to have him.
I always ask you the difference between a transition for a high school player to a college game. I'm going to ask you the opposite question now. What about college going to the pros? And guys that have made it to the league. What do you have to do to sustain that level of ability?
Right. Well, first you've got to have, so much ability just to even have that opportunity. So, even though the game is so fast at that level and stuff, when those kids like Quentin and Derek and Montori, when they've got that kind of ability, they're already good. Physically, God has blessed them. They train hard. They've got the quick twitch and the size. Sometimes they're good enough to make it. You just have to kind of have the right opportunity, do the right place at the right time.
And that's your life. Food, diet, sleep.
That's what you do for a living. And if you've only got X amount of years to play and make a living, you're not going to make $500,000, for the rest of your life. You've only got a 2, 3, 4-year window, and then maybe that second contract you can sign for several $1 million if you're lucky enough to play that long. So that's one thing we want to make sure Montori is living like say, hey, live like you were still on scholarship here, and you'll be okay and have a lot of money for a long time.
We've seen a lot of UT Martin basketball players go overseas. Even one of our women's player, Rakisha Bryant, is playing professionally overseas. Is that a possibility in football?
It's gotten really watered down over the years. It really has. The NFL Europe is phased out. The arena leagues. There's just so much to do for the entertainment dollar. Those leagues just have not been able to sustain. The UFL, those leagues have really just have not panned out. So really, it's NFL or Canadian league. Some of these arena leagues may pay a couple $100 per game, and kind of keeps the guys' dream alive. But it's definitely.
And it's odd to me that the number one sport in America, the number one financial generator, college and professional, is football, but it hasn't fallen globally yet.
Right, and maybe that's why in the United States it is such a it is an American sport here in the United States, is because it's not watered down. There's not a minor league. There's not different D levels and stuff.
Sure.
I mean, so you have to be you're on a 53-man roster. You're one of the elite in the world. Playing professional football.
When you were growing up, was football the number one sport in your house?
Well, everybody, I guess growing up you wanted to be, Archie Manning or somebody like that, and of course you wanted to be Johnny Bench or Dale Murphy or that. So I had planned out I was going to play both sports professionally. Forever, so I hope that's every kid's dream.
But you've done well because you're still in the game. Right?
Well, if you can't make it, then go and coach.
Now, if you weren't playing football or baseball, other sports that you could potentially be okay.
I don't have a whole lot of the skills.
I've never seen you golf. Do you golf?
Yeah, now that the kids are playing baseball and stuff, I don't even know what the golf clubs. I'll have to get them out once a year for the scout tournament. But yeah, we'll pick that back up after the kids get out. I don't know. Ty probably would make me try to get into duck cutting.
We had fun at the Scout Hall Golf Tournament this year.
That was good. It was good. Enjoy everybody that comes out. That's a great tradition, and so appreciate them having us out there.
Kids are doing okay. How old is Graham now?
He's 4, and so like I said, I'll be in T-ball this year. So the oldest daddy in T-ball, and looking forward to that. So I got 3 of them on the run, and it makes it crazy. In fact, time to football practice tonight, 4th grade football. So,
wow. Is he playing soccer this year, or is he going to stay?
No, just didn't have time to fall baseball and football, and Emma playing fall softball, so they're busy at the same time.
You got a minivan?
Well, you need one. He throws them in that Suburban and they roll, so he's got a bunch of miles on them now.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about this year's UT Martin Skyhawks football team. They open the season Thursday night at Chattanooga. The Skyhawks on the road for the season opener. More coming up from Snappy Tomato Pizza on the UT Martin Skyhawks Sports Network. How was the audio?
I don't know. It looks really low.